In the heart of the serene kingdom of Lysandra, nestled among silver hills and sapphire lakes, was a royal palace where joy danced through its marble halls. Yet, behind the palace's laughter and gold-gilded mirrors, lived a girl whose world had never known color. Princess Elara, born blind. She was told she had her mother's graceful posture and her father's deep, wise eyes. But mirrors meant nothing to Elara. Her world was a tapestry woven of sound, scent, and touch. The gentle rustle of the willow trees whispered secrets to her. The scent of lavender always brought memories of her late mother, and the warmth of sunlight on her face made her feel like she was not missing anything at all. But there were days when she ached to know what the sky looked like, ached to see her father's face when he smiled, ached to look into someone's eyes when she spoke to them. Still, she smiled. King Aldrin adored his daughter, but his love was layered with fear. He feared that the world, cruel as it could be, would see Elara's blindness as weakness. So, he surrounded her with comfort, guards, and Gates' beautiful cages in the name of protection. Elara did not resent him. She loved him fiercely, but her soul longed to fly. She found freedom in music. The harp became her voice. The strings seemed to know her sadness and joy and poured them into the air. She danced in empty halls late at night, letting the rhythm of her heartbeat guide her steps. And when she couldn't sleep, she would sneak to the garden, lie among the roses, and imagine what stars might look like. But even amidst her calm, a quiet loneliness lived within her. People loved her, but did they understand her? Could anyone truly? Then came the drought, a cruel, biting season that left rivers dry and hopes withering. The people grew desperate, and Elara felt their pain as her own. She listened in silence during court meetings as knights promised to find the mythical spring hidden deep in the forest of whispers. One by one, they left, proud and loud, and one by one, they vanished. One evening, as the moon lit her chamber in soft blue, Elara's chest tightened. She couldn't bear it anymore, the helplessness, the waiting. She needed to do something. Her heart whispered, "Go." So, she went to her father. "I must go to the forest," she said, trembling but firm. The king blinked in disbelief. "Elara, no. How can you, when even the bravest warriors have failed?" "I can't see the world, father," she said, her voice quivering with passion. "But I feel it. The forest speaks. I can hear it. Maybe that's what the spirit of the woods has been waiting for. Not for someone strong or sighted, but someone who listens." King Aldrin's heart shattered. How had he raised someone so strong, so brave, and yet he hadn't seen it until now? Tears welled in his eyes. "If anything happens to you," Elara touched his hand, "then let me go knowing I tried. Not for me, for Lysandra." The next morning, the court watched in stunned silence as the blind princess, clothed in a flowing gown the color of ash and silver, left the castle gates. At her side was Thane, a stable boy with a quiet heart and eyes that always watched her not with pity. Thane had loved Elara in silence for years, not as a princess, but as the girl who sang to flowers and laughed when it rained. Now, walking beside her, he was terrified. Yet her calmness steadied him. They entered the forest of whispers, and from the first step the world changed. The air was thick with mystery. The trees seemed to breathe. While Thane grew uneasy with every step, Elara tilted her head as if listening to a melody only she could hear. "Don't trust the map," she told him on the second day. "Trust the earth beneath your feet." And he did. Each night, Elara would hum a lullaby, soft and sweet. And each night, Thane would listen, slowly falling in love, not with her beauty, but with her light. On the fifth day, as they rested near a brook, Elara sat up sharply. "Jasmine," she whispered. "Do you smell it?" Thane inhaled deeply. "But jasmine doesn't grow here. Then we follow it." Guided by her instincts, they moved through winding paths until they reached a clearing. A massive, ancient tree stood in the center, its roots glowing faintly with silver light. Beneath it, a spring shimmered like a dream. From the mist, a figure emerged, the spirit of the woods. Her voice was neither harsh nor soft, but infinite. "You came not seeking power, but healing," she said to Elara. The princess stepped forward, her heart hammering. "My people are dying. I came because I couldn't bear to wait behind walls anymore." The spirit smiled. "You saw with more than eyes. You felt what others ignored." Then she placed a glowing hand on Elara's heart. "Water shall return to your land, but you, child, have awakened something far greater." A pulse of warmth spread through Elara's chest. Not magic, but understanding. Not power, but peace. They returned to Lysandra as legends. As water flowed back into the rivers and laughter returned to villages, people looked at Elara not as a blind princess, but as the queen of their hearts. When King Aldrin embraced her, his tears soaked her shoulder. "I caged a bird who was born to soar," he wept. "Forgive me." "There's nothing to forgive," she whispered. "You only loved me too much." Years passed. Elara was crowned queen, and beside her stood Thane, not as a stable boy, but as her partner, her heart, her equal. At her coronation, as the wind danced through the palace gardens, Elara spoke to her people. "I may not see the world with my eyes, but I have seen your fears, your hopes, your love. I know your pain, and I promise you this: I will lead you, not with sight, but with soul." And she did. The queen who had no vision became the light the world never knew it needed.